Welcome everyone to a new video. What I've got for you today is a creation that will completely overhaul the mob loot. In total I changed or added 31 loot tables. Let me quickly show you the most mentionable changes of this creation before I go through all of them. As you might already know, skeletons, zombies and creepers drop their head when they get blown up by a charged creeper. With this creation, you'll be able to get a head of nearly every mob in the game using the same method. The second big change I made concerns villagers. They used to have absolutely no loot, which I think is a shame. So I gave every single of the 11 types of villagers an own loot table. A fisherman, for example, will drop fish, and armorers will have a chance of dropping pieces of armor. So now let me show you what you can get. Bats will now drop their wings from time to time. Blazes now have a chance of dropping gold nuggets or fire charges. Cave spiders will sometimes drop a web, and in rare cases they will give you spider poison. Charged creepers can now drop energetic powder and lightning crystals, and will always provide you with a spawn egg for a lightning creeper that will explode after a short fuse. Elder Guardians used to have the same loot as the normal Guardians, except they were able to drop sponges. I've simply increased the amount of loot. Endermites will drop ender pearls or purple essence from time to time. Ghasts can now also drop fire charges instead of gunpowder. Horses, donkeys and mules will drop their own meat and coat. Donkeys and mules also have a chance of dropping their ears. Iron golems will drop 1 to 3 additional iron blocks if you build them yourself. Magma cubes got their eyes as a new drop, but be careful, they're somehow poisonous. Mushrooms will additionally drop mushrooms. Ocelots and cats will now drop cat meat. Shulkers will drop shulker shells from now on. Silverfishes will drop monster egg blocks. You can use them to troll your friends. Skeletons will drop an extra bit of bone, and in very rare cases they can drop potion-tipped arrows. Skeleton horses will now drop some bone meal as well. Spiders will now drop webs, like the cave spiders do. Squids will now drop raw calamari, besides ink. Villagers will now drop emeralds. Apart from that, they'll drop items depending on their career, like I mentioned earlier. Farmers will drop bread or crops. Fishermen will obviously drop fish. Shepherds will drop wool or shears. Archers will drop arrows, flint or a bow. Librarians will drop paper and name tags. They can also drop books, which are enchanted in rare cases. Clerics will now drop either experience bottles, gold or lapis. Armorers will now drop iron ingots or a random part of chain or iron armor. Iron smiths can drop iron ingots or swords that are sometimes enchanted. Toolsmiths can also drop either iron ingots or iron tools which can be enchanted. Butchers will be able to drop meat. And finally, the leather workers can drop leather or leather jackets. Wither skeletons will now drop wither skeleton riches instead of usual bones. Wolves and dogs will now be a food source as well. Zombies will now drop skin shreds, and the loot of special zombies will be like in Quumfur's special mobs special drops loot table. If you haven't seen that yet, I'll link that video on the screen now. And finally, we've got the chickens, cows, endermen, guardians, pigs, sheep, slimes, witches and pigmen who will only drop their heads. So that are all the new drops you can get. If you want to add this to your world, there will be a download link in the video description. In the downloaded folder, there will be instructions on how to install this. As I'm sure you will have a lot of great ideas what I could add to this creation, I'd be really happy to read them in the comment section down below. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching and bye bye.